Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Kathryn. I do a lot of reviews on this channel, but this is my very first holiday gift guide video. I feel like this is like a very OG style of YouTube video. I could have just made this into like a list or something, but I feel like I had a lot of really good gift ideas this year, which is definitely not always the case because gifts are very hard. So I just thought I'd make this little video. I do have like different categories. I have some stocking stuffers, gifts for like a boyfriend, husband, gifts for like any woman in your life. I do have a couple different categories, and I will be including timestamps so you can jump to the part of the video that you need. But we have stocking stuffers, kind of gifts for anyone, gifts that are kind of like more aimed towards men or women, but to be honest, like, you know, just buy whatever you think is good for the person that you're looking for. Some of these things are things that I've seen this year that I just think look like they would make really good gifts, and I haven't tried them myself, but some of these other things I do have myself or have given as a gift in the past. So if you like this video idea, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And without further ado, I think let's start with the stocking stuffers, because something about stockings, I just love the little gifts. I just think it's so fun and can be so creative. So stocking stuffer number one is just like one of these little sleep masks. So I got this from the brand Alaska Bear on Amazon, and they make like silk items, like silk pillowcases, which is another gift idea we'll get to later. But this is like a silk eye mask, and it's really big, so it covers a good part of your eyes. It's really soft. The adjuster is just one of these little like strap adjusters that you just slide. I have had sleep masks in the past that are Velcro, and then it catches on your hair. It's just not good. But this one's $9.99 on Amazon. I've had it for years. My mom has the same one, and I don't know what it is about a sleep mask, but I hate when I wake up and there's like light peeking through the blinds and everything. I just think a sleep mask takes care of all of that, and it's a great little gift. The next stocking stuffer is something I have to mention as a dental student: floss, specifically one of like the refillable, reusable floss containers. I have two, one from the brand Burst and then one from Cocoa Floss. Ian likes this Burst one because the container is pretty nice. Here's the container. It's like definitely really sturdy, reusable, and then you just lift this part up and then refill the floss on the inside. And this is the Cocoa Floss one. This one's my favorite, and then you just refill the blue floss on the inside here. This one doesn't feel quite as luxurious, but if I'm being honest, Cocoa Floss is the best floss I've ever used. Like, it just like really grabs onto all the plaque, and just the perfect amount of thickness, or really grippy. It tastes good too. The Burst floss is a little bit too thick for me. The Cocoa Flosses aren't like the cheapest floss, but you can just get refills after you get the container, and I think it's a good idea for a stocking stuffer. And here's your reminder to floss every night, because brushing is not enough. You're missing like most of the plaque. Please. Another great idea for someone who likes to like floss on the go or get stuff in their teeth a lot are these little Quip floss picks. So I have like the copper one. It's a little more expensive than just the plain white, but you just open it like this. It has a little mirror, and it's basically a refillable floss pick. You basically grab the floss with the floss pick like that, and then I'm a little out of practice with this guy. Oh, you pull it this way. And then you have floss on the floss pick. I don't recommend using a floss pick every night for your flossing, but this is really good on the go. If you just like don't want to get your hands all in your mouth, you can use the floss pick, and it has a little mirror and everything. Plus this one looks a little more like a gift, so I think this one's a really good idea too. The next stocking stuffer are Adam's masks. So these are the masks I wear to the gym every day for my workouts. My state does still have a mask requirement, and these are the only masks that I find that I can wear to the gym. And listen, you're gonna call me crazy, I actually kind of like wearing these. First of all, it's made of like a sweat wicking material, so it's really good for workouts. I wear the size small. I just based it on their measurements from the website, but it's breathable, sweat wicking. It stays in place on my face even though it doesn't have a nose wire, and I don't feel like I'm suffocating at all during my workouts. Like, I can easily breathe, and I actually kind of like wearing them because I feel like people don't come up to me as much when I'm wearing a mask, and I can hide my weird gym expressions. So if masks are still a thing wherever you are, I highly recommend these little Adams masks. I think they're like $8.99. Personally, I'm planning on getting some more for Christmas too, because I don't think my mask requirement's going away anytime soon. The next stocking stuffer, they do sell these online, but it's kind of nice to go in store for these. But Anthropologie has been having really good little like hair accessories, and they come in little packs. So I got this pack of 3 clips like this. For some reason, I can't find the other 2. It's just like this. I usually use it to put my hair half up, half down. And they come in this size with a couple colors, and they also come in mini ones and even bigger ones. But if you see they're really big hair clips, I highly recommend just getting the ones from Amazon that are way cheaper and look like the exact same. Hair clips are always a good idea. Hair clips are a big thing right now. And I just went to Anthropologie yesterday because I was just shopping around. I don't usually buy a lot of their stuff there because it's kind of expensive, but these hair ties actually looked really cute. So these are like slightly thinner scrunchies, and I like to sleep with my hair in a scrunchie so that it doesn't like get all messed up throughout the night, kind of prevents breakage and everything. But sometimes scrunchies are really thick, so I liked how thin these were, and they're actually really soft, and I really like them. More on the hair accessories, I love these little coil hair ties. You can also get them on Amazon, but they don't leave dents in your hair, so these are really nice too. Something Ian got me last year for Christmas is, if you guys haven't noticed, I don't always like have my water bottle up in my video, but my Hydro Flask goes everywhere with me. I love her so much. I guess a Hydro Flask is a good gift idea too. I'll link these tops because I have like the all white tops. It's like all white Hydro Flask. I feel like that's cute. But the real gift idea is a car cup holder expander. So I have one in my car, but basically it's a cup holder expander that you put in the cup holder of your car. And then it has like a wider part that actually fits your Hydro Flask so it doesn't move around. Because before I was just throwing my Hydro Flask like on my car seat, like on the passenger seat, and then it flies everywhere. So the car cup holder expander is like essential for anyone who loves their water bottles. And the last stocking stuffer for any gym lover in your life, if they don't already have one of these little milk froth or hand mixers, like I don't know what I did before this. I use this to mix like any like greens if I'm ever having them, any pre-workout if I don't want to use a shaker bottle, protein. You can mix stuff into your coffee, but basically it's just like a little hand mixer and you just mix it up like that. And it's way better than trying to mix things with a spoon, like that never gets rid of the clumps or anything. And I also believe this is like $10 on Amazon. So, and it even comes with this little stand. So you can just sit this up on your counter. Perfect. Now onto the category of gifts kind of more aimed towards women. If you're a man and you want these things, by all means, go ahead. But for the sake of categorizing, that's just what we'll say. So the first gift idea, every year for Christmas in my family, Santa comes one night early on Christmas Eve and brings us all like pajamas to wear the next day when we open our like actual presents on Christmas. So I thought a good idea was a comfy lounge set. And I've been living in these new ones from Buff Bunny, their new loop yarn collection. And it's made of this like knit, cozy yarn fabric. It's got a lot of stretch to it. It's super comfy. I'm wearing the crop right now. And they're also really warm, so good for this time of year. They have a little cami. It doesn't have a built-in bra or anything, but I do recommend choosing a size down in the tops. The sizing's pretty flexible. I have the crop, which I'm wearing now. There is a full hoodie, which is like the ultimate cozy warm option. The shorts, which I'm actually wearing right now, which I also really like. And then they also have joggers. I recommend sizing down in basically all the pieces except for the shorts. I probably could size down in the shorts as well, but I just kind of like a slightly more oversized fit for the shorts. There's a ton of cozy lounge options out there. I'm just throwing out this one as an idea because I have been wearing them a lot recently and I feel like this would be a really cute Christmas morning outfit. All right, my next gift idea for any woman or really anyone who cares about their skin would be a silk pillowcase. Personally, I have one of these on my list, but at one point in my life, I had like silk sheets and I hated them because they were like way too slippery slidey. But just having one silk pillowcase is really nice because it's really gentle on your hair and doesn't like frizz your hair overnight. It's really gentle on your skin as well. I'll link a couple different brands below. The first one is Slip. Theirs is $110, so it's pretty expensive, but I know this brand is pretty well known for their silk pillowcases, so thought I'd throw that out there if you're looking for a more like luxury gift option. Casper, which is like a bedding and pillow company, they also make a silk pillowcase, and I was just at the Casper store the other day. I was at the mall walking around, you know, just going into stores, and I felt their silk pillowcase, and that one felt really nice. It also comes with a matching silk sleep mask that's the same color as the pillow, so that's like a kind of a cute gift set idea. And we already talked about my Alaska Bear sleep mask, and I said that Alaska Bear also makes silk pillowcases. I have had their silk pillowcase in the past. It's made of 100% mulberry silk. It's only $23.99, so definitely the cheapest option. And that one has a zipper on the side so you can zip up your pillowcase. Again, I think mine might be like at home back in California, but if you're looking for a silk pillowcase on a budget, definitely recommend Alaska Bear, and they're on Amazon and everything. The next idea for anyone in your life whose feet are always cold, like mine. I'm just one of those people who's always cold, and if I don't always have fuzzy socks or slippers on, even in the winter in my house, my toes literally turn white. So if you know anyone like that whose feet are always cold, get them some slippers. So these are actually my UGG slippers that my grandma got me a couple years back. She had some UGG slippers and she loved them. These are just like the slide-in version with the full soles. So if you ever need to like walk out of your house, like you can, because they are really more of a shoe. But I will say these UGG ones are pretty expensive. And honestly, within like a month or two of me wearing them, the heel part totally wiped away all of the shearling lining. So personally, I don't really think the UGG ones are worth it. Do I like them and have they lasted? Yes. But to be honest, I don't think the quality is that much better than these ones at Costco I've seen. I got Ian, my boyfriend, the men's versions of these Costco slippers last year for Christmas. And for some reason, I don't see on the Costco website that they still have the men's ones. They might be in store, but I also highly recommend those. But they essentially have like shearling slippers with the full sole on Costco's website from the Kirkland brand that look really good for $24.99. So I might add those to my own Christmas list for a new pair of slippers just because I feel like these ones are just getting very, very worn, but highly recommend those. Next, for any gym lover in your life who is still going to the gym, trying to hold their keys, their water bottle, everything, you need one of these gym bags. So this is the best gym bag I've ever had. It's $26.99 on Amazon. This is the medium size and it's perfect. First of all, it was really important to me that I got a gym bag that was long enough this way that I could fit my barbell pad inside. And this is like a standard barbell pad size and it fits completely inside, but it's still not too big overall. The space on the inside is really big. It even has this like plastic vinyl lined package that if you're like going to the gym sweaty and you leave and change into real clothes, you can put your sweaty clothes in this little plastic part so it doesn't get the rest of your bag like wet and sweaty. And another thing I love is it has these 4 pockets on like each of these little corners of the bag. And that's where like I put like my wallet, my phone and everything. And it fits my entire Hydro Flask without even looking bulky. I'm not even done. On this side, they have a collapsible shoe pocket. So if you like to keep your gym shoes, you can stuff them in there. It has a whole shoe pocket so you don't get the rest of your stuff in the bag dirty with your shoes. I've had this gym bag for about a year now. It's held up really well. It looks cute too. It's like not too loud and it just fits everything I need. So I highly recommend that bag if you have had anyone looking for a gym bag who doesn't want it to be too big, but I think all of the pockets and the bonus details really nice. Okay, now on to gift ideas for the men in your life, or if you're a woman and you want these gifts, you know, whatever. The first is a gift I got for Ian, I believe last year for Christmas. I guess I got him multiple things last year. If I see something he likes, I just get it for him. The first is a slim leather wallet. I got Ian a wallet like years ago when I was studying abroad. I got him like a leather wallet in like Venice or something, but it was one of those big bulky wallets that like folds over, kind of more like this size. This is my current wallet. It fits a lot of stuff, which I like to carry like everything in my wallet. I don't like to switch things out. So I like a wallet this size, but you know, men, they don't have purses. They wear things in their pockets because like, I don't know, it's just what they do. And he didn't like how big and bulky the wallet was. So I got him one of these slim ones, still made of leather. It comes in a bunch of different colors. It's really more of a card holder, but he can fit a good amount of cards in it and some cash. And it has like a little slide thing. So when you put the cards down, there's a little tab that brings up the cards. So it's just super easy to get your cards. It doesn't take up a lot of space and he uses it every day now. I got his wallet from the brand Bellroy. It was $55, but it's a nice leather wallet. It's lasted really well. The next gift would be some nice joggers. So these are all kind of more like high-end joggers, but if I'm being honest, Ian is very picky about his brands and he just really likes the expensive jogger brands. The first brand is Vuori. Their performance joggers are really nice. I actually have some myself and they're like comfy enough to lounge around the house, but I still wear them out. They're made of a super soft material. It's like a soft marled fabric, nice and brushed. They remind me of like the Petula Bear leggings kind of material. Ian has a bunch of Vuori stuff now. He has the shorts, he has shirts, but he doesn't have the joggers yet. So that's another good idea. And it's just like kind of a nice men's brand if you don't want to shop at Lululemon, which that's another one of Ian's favorite stores. He's just like such expensive taste. So those men's performance joggers are $89. For a slightly cheaper option, the Alphalete men's identity joggers are also really nice. They're nice, like thick material, definitely like wearable for like athleisure, like outside of the house. Really soft, have a bit of stretch to them. I have the women's identity joggers and those are like my favorite joggers from Alphalete. And the ones for men, they have some new colors that are on sale for about $52 right now. Or I don't know if these are all gonna be gone by the time I post this, but they had some older colors on sale for $25. And I actually did buy a new pair of those for Ian for the holidays as well. And the last one, if you're really looking to splurge, the Lululemon ABC joggers. Those are really popular. Ian has a pair of Lululemon joggers. I don't know if they're the ABC ones, but when I looked on the website, I feel like these look the nicest. They're $128, so they're definitely expensive, but if whatever man in your life is a Lululemon snob, they would definitely like these. For a smaller gift, some nice socks. Men's socks are just like so expensive, but they really care about their socks. Ian loves the socks from the brand Stance. They have a lot of cool prints. You can also find them on sale, like on Nordstrom Rack. I've seen them on their website. So there's definitely some options, but Ian says they're like the best socks, so. And lastly, for men's gifts, a nice sweatshirt. Again, usually I just get Ian a sweatshirt on Black Friday from Alphalete. My two favorite men's sweatshirts so far from them are the Core Performance hoodie and the Identity Pro hoodie, and those are both on sale right now. Then a gift for kind of a specific category, but anyone in healthcare, I'm asking for these shoes this year, but the Clove sneakers. So they basically look just like cute sneakers, but they're made of a material that you can like wipe off and it doesn't like soak in any liquids or anything, which is really great if you're in a field that deals with bodily fluids from time to time, which mine definitely does. So I asked for a pair of these. They just wipe off really easily. Haven't tried them personally yet, but I do have a classmate who wears them like every day and he loves them and they look like they last really well. Those are $129, so a little pricey, but they're way cuter than like, I don't know, clogs or whatever. No one really wears clogs like at my school. I know like you know, nurses and surgeons will wear those. But I feel like if you don't need a specific kind of shoe like that, and you just like something that wipes off, Clove sneakers. And lastly, my gifts for anyone and everyone. The first thing is the Always pan. This is for anyone who's like looking to improve like their cooking and their kitchen game and doesn't really have a lot of like good pots and pans, or is just looking for one pan that kind of like does a lot without having to have a bunch of pans. Because I have a decent sized apartment, but I really don't have a lot of like kitchen storage space, and it would just be nice to have one of these pans that kind of does everything. So it's non-stick, replaces many things. It comes with like a top so you can like steam things. My current pans, I have some from Costco that are non-stick. They don't have a top. So it's hard whenever I want to cook things that involve like, I don't know, steaming. And a solid pan is just so important, especially for like a young person who just like moved into a new place or something like that. I feel like I've seen this on a lot of like Christmas wish lists this year, but it just looks like a really good pan. It's on sale from their website from $145 to $99 right now. Next gift for anyone would be a nice pair of soft sheets. I got a pair of sheets from Cozy Earth last year. They make like bamboo bed sheets and clothing and all that. They actually sent them to me last year, and I was like, okay, you know, I could use a nice pair of sheets. And I just ended up loving them. Like now, like my whole family, we all have Cozy Earth sheets. I've been washing mine weekly for the past year, and they never pilled. They still remained just as soft, and they're like nice and lightweight. They don't keep you too hot. They are kind of pricey, but during the month of November, they have like 45% off codes. They sent me some joggers earlier in the month and gave me a 45% off code. I believe it's Kathryn M45, and this is the biggest deal they're having. Personally, I could use another pair of their sheets because they're really nice. The next gift for anyone would be a water pick. Listen, I feel like the holiday season is a great time to get some nice oral health appliances that you just like wouldn't buy for yourself throughout the year. So I love my water pick. First of all, everyone's question is gonna be, does it replace flossing? Personally, I feel like it can actually be a little bit better at cleaning below the gum line than some floss, which is a place that plaque really likes to hide, but it doesn't get the contact point where your teeth touch. So if you are gonna use a water pick, you do still have to floss, but if you don't floss at all and you just wanna use a water pick, like that is way better than nothing, and your teeth will feel so clean after a water pick. So highly recommend one. I currently have the battery powered one because it was like small and my bathroom is pretty small. I honestly would not recommend the battery powered one because you put in the batteries, it's really strong for the first 2 weeks, and then it just progressively gets really, really weak in like the span of like a month or two, and you just should not have to replace batteries that much. So I wouldn't recommend the battery one. You need to get one of the ones that plugs into the wall. Those ones are really good. You can like adjust the power that you want it on your teeth. You don't want it too strong, and you don't have to worry about changing batteries and everything. And there's like a reservoir for the water, so you don't have to replace the water. Usually with my handheld one, I have to replace the water like halfway throughout my mouth. And you know what's coming next? An electric toothbrush. Personally, I think that the Philips Sonicare toothbrushes are the best. I just don't really like the shape of the Oral-B one. I've tried to use it in the past. I think the size of the Sonicare one is much better. And the Oral-B one makes like a weird vibrating noise. The Sonicare one, I think most people find that the vibrations that it makes are just like a lot more manageable, especially if you're like sensitive to like touchy things. There are a ton of Sonicare toothbrushes out there. Some of them are like $200. The more expensive they get, they just add on more and more gimmicks. So personally, I recommend just getting the base model. There's one on Target right now that you can get for $39.99. So you really just need the base model. The fancy ones, they're not cleaning your teeth any better. But for anyone looking to improve their oral health game, which should be everyone, I highly recommend the Sonicare. Okay, this video is getting long, but I have two last little small gifts. For anyone you're not like super close with, or if you're doing like a gift exchange and you really just don't know what to get someone, I highly recommend the Anthropologie candles. There's a bunch of different sizes. You can get them from like $20 to like $30. I think like the $30 like mid price range ones look really good. And they're not just like a Bath & Body Works candle, they actually look like more of a decorative item. So I feel like it's like a cuter gift because you're also almost giving them like a home decor item. And their balsam candle smells so good. So every time I'm in Anthropologie, I always stop by and smell the candles and think one day I'm gonna buy myself one of them. But they're so pricey to buy yourself, but I think they're a really good gift idea. I've given them as a gift before and they're just really cute. Plus Anthropologies are at like most malls. It sounds like I go to Anthropologie a lot, which I really only bought small things from them in the past. And the last idea is a clock that reflects onto the ceiling. I don't know why this came to me as a gift idea, but I've had one of these clocks forever. And whenever I'm in a place where I don't have my clock, I'm like, how do people know what time it is like in the middle of the night? Like when I wake up in the morning, like before my alarm, I like to look at the ceiling and be like, oh, that's what time it is. So you don't have to like get onto your phone. Like what if it's like 4 a.m. and you don't really want to like, you know, wake yourself up, get onto your phone? It's just really nice to have the time reflect onto the ceiling for you so you don't have to get up or anything. I've had mine forever. I just got it on Amazon. It's also an alarm clock, but personally I just use my phone as an alarm clock. But yeah, those are all the ideas I have. I hope this was a helpful video. I tried to include both like nicer, more like high-end gifts, and then some more affordable ones. If you guys have any other really good gift ideas, go ahead and comment them down below. If you made it this far, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!